my beautiful friends, it's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar, and I want to welcome you to my channel for this timeless pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at what gifts the universe is bringing you. And when I am imagining a time frame, I'm kind of going for like the next month or so, and this is timeless. So whenever you come across it, just know that this timeline should be within a month or so. I mean, time's a bit fluid, so maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit sooner, but you know what I mean, like in that time frame. So with that being said, we have 4 different groups to choose from. You're more than welcome to feel drawn to more than one. Just listen to your heart and see which image perhaps is speaking to you the most. And then in the description box up above, if you pull it down, you'll see the timestamp, so you can go directly to the message that you've felt drawn to listen to. So with that being said, thank you so much for all of your support, your kindness. In the description box, you can also find a lot more information, such as the decks that I'm using, how to donate to the channel, how to get a reading with me personally, and all that stuff. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I hope that this is an insightful message for you. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 1 here with this beautiful little owl, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what gifts the universe has in store for you. So just starting off, we have the goat here. Act from your innate wisdom. The goat actually, so there's a few different meanings, but one of the things that I'm really picking up strongly is that one of the gifts that you're going to receive is wisdom. And it's wisdom about a situation. Sometimes we have situations in our life where we don't understand why something isn't working out, or we don't really get why, there's blockages to something. And then I'm sure that you've all had this happen. I think this is like a human experience that everyone has, often multiple times, but it's like where you start to realize why something didn't work out because there's actually something better. And so I feel like for you guys, you're going to have wisdom about why something didn't work out, whether it was a relationship, whether it was a job opportunity, whether it was a move, whether it was whatever it may have been, a friendship, whatever. But somehow you'll find out as you kind of have that like sort of epiphany about the situation, like, oh wow, okay, wait, if that wouldn't have happened, this wouldn't happen, and that wouldn't have happened, and whoa, that all was reliant on this certain circumstance, or you know what I'm saying, like it's all worth it. The other thing too, I feel like one of the gifts that you're being given is that, so what's cool about the goat is that the goat is very independent and free, but also within the nurture of a loving, caring family or community. And for some of you, there might be recognition of, people around you that actually truly care about you, whether they're blood or not, but it's just like feeling supported. And for some of you, I do feel like you have a leader that's looking out for you. So this could be a boss figure, could be a boss coming into your life, a leadership figure as well. But wisdom also, we see this sort of kid, and then we have the older goat. And so I do feel like mentorship could be prominent, or, kind of getting some sort of wisdom or information from somebody as well. I do feel like you guys carry like wisdom with you that's not always recognized, and that's one of the blessings that's going to come, is that there's recognition of the wisdom that you do carry. So if you felt in life like your wisdom was overlooked, or that people weren't really listening to you, I could definitely see how the universe might be gifting you with that, where you can actually share some of the wisdom and someone's actually listening to you. And yeah, so yeah, I think also too, if you do a lot of like menial tasks, or you're just always like there for people, maybe you do a lot of little things, and it's like you're just being rewarded, like, or kind of appreciated for that. We have here explore. To explore, to learn, to expand your horizons, to absorb and download new information, to venture into new terrain, and to brainstorm and gather ideas. This is a processing card, and again, I think you guys are processing certain wisdom, and it's like it's opening you up to new arenas, and it's like you're just exploring your own self and your own wisdom. But also, like I said, it's like getting information. I think about a past situation, and it's kind of like, again, you're understanding why something didn't go the way that you planned, or do you know what I mean? It's like that blessing. It's not blessing in disguise. I don't even think that's what it is. It's more of just like it all clicks and you're like, whoa. And it's like you trust in yourself and in the process, and you know that life is all just about exploration, and that, yeah, like if one door isn't opening, it's like another one does, and then it's like you're going into that one, and it's just a very cool, unexpected, and interesting journey. Anyway, we have here the first house as well. So this can talk about also gifts of physical the physical self. So again, this could be an improvement in your self-image, but also again, like I said, I do feel like there's a lot of self-exploration. So you might yourself be going on journeys, trips, as well, like exploring new places. So that might be the gift. Maybe it's the opportunity to explore a new place or to open a new door. Again, the first house, it's like a door to ourself, and like the ruler and where it goes is really going to talk about our life journey in many ways. And anyway, but the point is that there's a lot of self-awareness as well with this. And so I think one of the gifts is a self-awareness and an understanding, but also recognition. You know, the first house is like what people see. It's our physical appearance. And again, it's the appreciation of our physical being. So again, like I think some of your tasks, some of the things you've been doing have have also made an impact on others, and you'll be recognized for that. We also have Amelie, she who questions, curiosity, destiny, and search. So it's like, this is interesting because you're getting also a double message regarding exploration and like learning and exploring and all of that. You're getting these like keywords like mad. And so I definitely can tell you like it's new journeys for you, new possibilities and everything. We have the Chariot here. Now, you know what's interesting is that you may actually be going on a physical journey. So there might be one of the gifts that the universe might be giving you is actually a trip somewhere. It's like you might be exploring something new. Some of you might be checking out a place you want to move to, or maybe you're going on a trip that's going to really expand your mind, even if it's just 2 hours away. You know, it's so funny because I was talking to my husband, and I was like, you know that we have like this really cool cave, and it's like less than like maybe an hour away, okay, at the most. And I'm like, we've never been there. We've never gone there. And we've been here for a few years now, since right before COVID. And I'm like, I can't believe that. And I lived here when I was younger in this area, and I never went there either. And I'm like, isn't it so funny how sometimes we have all these amazing things around us and we're not even exploring them? Anyway, but I don't know, maybe some of you could go on like a trip or a journey, especially car, with the Chariot, but it could be a flight as well. But yeah, I feel like you're making some sort of progress to in terms of your goals. You might be really realigning two opposites within yourself and finding a way forward as well. If you've been feeling like you question a lot and you're like, well, which path should I take? I see you moving forward with something and having the wisdom to make that decision when you're feeling like, oh gosh, like, I don't know what to do. But yes, and then we have the Three of Wands here. Again, adventure is here. So you have a lot about exploration and adventure. So I see new adventures on the horizon. I see also something in the distance as well. I feel like that you're also aligning to something that actually has a future, that has also like, some sort of pathway as well. But yeah, I do really sense that some of you are going on a journey. Some of you might also have rewards financially for your efforts, especially if you do a lot of menial tasks. I could see like money coming in as well. There might also be money that's hard-earned as well. So it's like you're getting money, but you're working your butt off for it, or you're really pounding the pavement on it. You're getting it done. And so, but I could see how that's rewarded here as well. We have the Rainbow here. The most difficult part of a situation is over. So if you felt like as well, maybe also too, if you felt like your money was like constantly like, it's like you always had to pay something, or you always felt like, oh God, there's always something coming up. It's always like I get money and then I'm punished. I have to pay this, I have to pay that. And maybe you feel like your paychecks are just like sliding out of your bank account and you're like, what the heck? I only have this much left. Are you joking? Anyway, I feel like some of you may have a shift in that where you're feeling like you have more. There's more abundance as well. And then maybe that leaves room to explore. Maybe a lot of your problems are like financial, where it's like, I don't have money to explore. But we have the Sun here, happiness and well-being. So I feel like the gift the universe is giving you is like the chance to really get to know yourself, to feel at one with yourself, to feel like you're actually spending something on yourself even. As well, like maybe it's like having more money to spend on yourself, having more time to spend on yourself, having more interesting things to do that are, in your vibration, like more, just to help you feel good. Okay. We have September here as well. And so I want to say that some of you are really initiating things right now that are going to really pop in September, or, timeless, let's say, about 4 months. So 4 months out, because I think that some of the gifts that the universe are giving are not just instant. This isn't something that, it's gonna last you, okay? So like, for instance, say the universe gives you the gift of a car, okay? Some of you, that could be the case with a chariot. It's like a new car. It's like that car will serve you and take you on further journeys. Do you get what I'm saying? So yes, definitely see something coming your way in that regard, where it's like there's progress and there's a continuation of this blessing coming in. Okay, we have the fan here, romance, party, and celebration. You may find also, like I said, that people are really interested in you. You may have a lot more activity going on. I feel like you're going to have a lot of options, like to go do different things, concerts, getaways, fun things, you know, activities and stuff like that. I feel like there could be a lot of invitations for you as well. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. And I'm going to go ahead and take a few charms as well and see. So spirit guides. Gifts from the universe. For some of you, romance life could be popping as well. Ooh, look at this. We've got handmade. So this is beautiful. Some of you might be working on handmade creativity as well, exploring a new craft, or, you know, whether it's woodworking or crochet or knitting. Oh my God, my hair got on there. It drives me nuts. And then we've got love here. So some of you may be struck in the heart. You might be feeling in love, or you might have some action in your love life because of that heart, and then also the fan, romance. And even if you're in a relationship, you know, there can be times where the romance is really like on a high alert. It's like, woo! You know, you're just feeling like maybe your partner's doing stuff. We have made for an angel. Some of you might be making something or getting something actually that's handmade, that's made with love. So it could be somebody making something for you, or you're making something for somebody else. Maybe you finally finished that blanket you've been working on, crocheting for your new nephew or something, or you're making something. But yeah, and that's another thing too, is that any kind of hand goods, if any of you do anything like that, where you make something, create something, I absolutely feel it could be very appreciated by others. And maybe it's like you make more money. Yeah, you work your butt off. Maybe you're producing a lot of things, but it's like you're making the money. Okay. We've got the bow, and the bow makes you think of you'll be highly thought of. There'll be respect, honor, and appreciation. And again, you might be a little bit more. I wonder if there's some change in your physical appearance as well. Like maybe it's like something's clearing up. Maybe it's your skin clearing up, or maybe it's just like somehow, or, you know, say you have, you know, bags in your eyes or something like that. Maybe they're kind of clearing up, or it's going away, or you're doing things that impact that change as well. We have a key here, so this tells me about, this is important, and again, it's like unlocking doors, and these doors are continuous. Like I said, something that the universe is blessing you with, it's like this gift is actually progressive, like I said, and it takes you further. We have love and be loved, so I could feel a lot of appreciation for you coming your way from others. It's like you work from your heart, you do things from your heart, and in return, people are loving you back and appreciating you. Made with love. Oh my gosh, you guys must be creators, or you're being told to create something. There is something, again, maybe for some of you it's a baby girl for some of you, but I think that's pretty rare, probably a one or two, okay, so don't get any ideas, but beautiful. And then we have the owl again. So we have two images of owls in the, you know, in the sticker, but also in that charm. And so again, wisdom is, you know, coming through. We also have embrace your imperfections. And so for some of you, you may be feeling a lot more confident in your decisions and just not being afraid to screw up. And that's one of the beautiful things about exploration. It's like, yeah, we may go down the wrong street sometimes, or like, you know, get lost or something like that, but it's all exploration. And if you look at it, it's like, I feel like your mindset's changing. So what a beautiful, beautiful energy. I wish you guys the very best. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead to the description box if you want to look at how to get a reading with me. If you want to see any of the decks that I used, you can join as a member as well to get additional readings that are not available to the public. But yeah, I wish you the very best. Take care of yourselves and lots of love. Hello, my friends. So you chose group number 2 here with the beautiful sunflower. Sunflowers really make me think of happiness and creativity, sunshine, summer especially. And obviously I'm filming this right at the beginning of summer. It's June, but of course this is timeless. But for you guys, this is definitely happening, I think, in summer. And that's what I was feeling really drawn to. Again, we have this sort of imagery here that makes you think of like happiness, sunshine, confidence, all those sorts of good things. So let's see what gifts the universe is going to be giving you. So we've got the eagle. So the eagle, we have seize opportunities courageously. So one of the gifts the universe might be giving you is courage to get things done. And also, I think a lot of times with courage, I think courage, it's not always about doing things like that. It's also about pre-planning and like feeling comfortable with something. So for some of you, it might be about really feeling like you've got the information to finally do something. We're all different in terms of how we handle things. So I don't want you to think that like, oh, courage, I'm just going to kind of go for it. If you think about the eagle, actually, there's a pre-planning process. The eagle doesn't just swoop in without looking. That's why we've got the eagle eye. And so, again, you may be seeing things unfold to the point where you feel like there's possibility and you can actually act on something. So it's about seizing opportunities courageously. And I think that's really one of the gifts the universe is giving you, is that confidence in something, you know, knowing like, oh, I could actually do this opportunity. Like it's there for me right now. And yeah, it's like making the right choice also at the right time. So it could be bringing in people as well that can help you align with that as well. Anyway, we have joy, peace, and fun. And we've got Mercury. So let's see here. Joy, peace, and fun. Obviously, the universe is gifting you with more joy in your life, more peace, more fun. So you could be having a lot more activities that are, there might be also some really good activities that you can be doing. And it's like they put the opportunity out there and then you just kind of got to go for it as well. But yeah, that one part where I feel like it's almost like you're seeing, it's like you found the good spot. Or if you think about like the eagle, I remember when I was a little girl, we used to go camping in Minnesota at there was like a specific lake, and there are like 10,000, I think there, right? So one of the many. Anyway, but there was always this eagle. I remember every time you go up there was always an eagle in the tree. Anyways, but he had the good spot, you know, for his fishing. And anyway, but that's kind of the vibe I get. It's like you find the spot to seize opportunities, I guess is what I'm thinking of. But anyway, I also see perhaps a lot of short trips, travel as well. Business could be going very well for you as well. Joy, peace, and fun could be found with business, with information. There might be like, it feels too like you're on top of things. I think one of the gifts that Spirit is giving you right now is that you're going to see things coming. So it's like you can nip it in the bud before it becomes a problem. It's almost like you remember that thing at the last minute that, oh my gosh, it would have been a disaster if you hadn't remembered it. But guess what? You got that sign and you took that initiative and you got it done, and woo, you know, you soared through that problem. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting as well. We have she who doubts, Enid. Fear, wariness, and trust. See, this is beautiful because it goes so well with the eagle. So where you've been feeling doubtful, where you've been feeling a little bit of fear, like I told you, it's like the information, Mercury, is coming to you to make a peaceful decision, to know that you can move forward with courage on something. So again, I feel like some of you might be like, maybe you're in that process of finding university, or you're in that process of looking for a job, or you're in the process of like, you know, signing up for something or doing something. It's like, finally, you've got the bird's eye view, you've got the information, and you can actually see something, knowing that you'll make a good decision. Okay, we've got the Four of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Another thing that the universe is giving you is action. Okay, where you've been feeling a little bit like, I feel like you guys have been hesitating on something, or, you know, there's just, maybe it's like nothing's really going on. It doesn't, maybe you're not even hesitating. Maybe it's just like, you know, life's just moving. I'm doing the robot stuff. I'm doing the 9 to 5. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I'm just kind of going through, but nothing really special's happening. You know, it's just what it is. And, you know, that's sometimes fine, but I feel like it's like something's finally moving. And we have good news coming your way. We have travel possibly as well. But again, it's movement is what we really see with the Eight of Wands. Whereas we don't see movement in the Four of Cups. It's sort of like, you know, boredom, or I'm not really doing anything. And again, like I said, it feels like there's action coming your way as well. So we've got the Tower here and the Garden. I could see a lot of good communication also in work. Especially for some of you, there might be a leadership position. You might have a promotion or something as well. But I could see how there might be a lot more activity in terms of talking to other people and networking. There might be some really good networking opportunities for you. Some of you might be making an online website, doing something with social media. doing something where there's a lot of people involved as well. You might be leading some sort of initiative in that way. Again, that may not be for everyone, but especially for those of you, that's a message for you, okay? We have you'll be playing a different role. So there's some sort of shift coming your way in terms of like how you're handling things. And so again, it's like maybe there's promotion, maybe there's more responsibility, but it's like there's action happening with it. We have slowly but surely getting ahead. Now, I feel like things are moving quite quickly, but of course, you know, sometimes we may still feel like there's a bigger goal. Sorry, my doggy is being a little bit naughty. But anyway, if you can hear that in the background, I'm not sure if you can. He's like, "Bark, bark, bark, bark." Okay. So, but yes, slowly but surely getting ahead. Again, there's progression here, I think, as well. And we've got excitement. So again, I see a lot of exciting things coming your way, and that's part of it. Like I said, I feel like some of you have been super bored or just like kind of like whatever. And it's like things are really picking up. There's invitations, there's news coming your way, there's things coming and just happening, right? We've also got a stubborn, aggressive person. Now, what's interesting about this is that you may actually find that you have the ability to deal with somebody like that as well. Maybe you'll find that as well, leader, if you felt like a boss or someone, you might have a breakthrough in that, even if it's not a problem, but it's like you can actually converse or talk, or maybe you get to talk to somebody that you know, you didn't previously think you could, or there was something going on there too. But yeah, because sometimes the tower can represent a leader of some kind, like a boss or something. And then, of course, the garden could be more socialization. So it could be like socializing with the boss. Maybe someone who's a bit like closed off as well. So I could see how that could be happening as well. Maybe you talk to your boss or, again, somebody in a higher position. And they could be asking you to do something. For some of you, it might be, wow, you know, like they're actually asking me to do this. And that means they trust me. And whoa. And again, I feel especially in that case for you guys, it's like you're getting ahead. It may be slowly but surely. You know what I mean? Like there's progress and you start to see the wheels are turning and things are moving forward. So yeah, I definitely, like I said, I feel like there's some news that you may not be expecting as well. I do feel like out of the groups I've seen so far anyways, I feel like there's definitely some sort of message where you're not seeing it coming. You may be focused on something else and then it's like this good news just smacks you right in the, you know what I mean? Like, right. And you're like, what? Whoa, I didn't expect this. But it's like it's very positive. So I'm going to go ahead and get some charms here to see. So gifts from the universe for group number 2. Okay, so we've got that leaf here. And I always think of the leaf turning over. We've got here, who rescued who? Interesting. So maybe there's like camaraderie with someone. Maybe it's like where you and another person are really working well together, and it's like you're all always rescuing each other, like, you know, kind of having each other's back. That's really good in a work collaboration as an example. So maybe if it's like you have to do teamwork, you know, it's, oh my gosh, there's a tortoise again. Holy smokes. Okay, we're definitely going to have to read a little bit more about that. But anyways, yeah, I've kind of got that vibe of like really communicating well with somebody. We have your live your dream as well. And so for some of you, I do feel like something's coming through where it's like there's a possibility to actually live a dream that you've been wanting. So it's like accomplishing something that, whoa, I did not know that was even going to be possible for me. We also have this little Chinese coin. And of course, money could be coming your way as well. There could be focus on money and all of that. We have a gift, literally a gift coming your way. So someone actually is going to give you a physical gift as well. And that's kind of, the universe sends people sometimes to give you something. We have Gemini as well. So that's really interesting too with the Mercury. So I feel like you're vibing with someone actually, and there's some sort of communication going on between you and another person. You may find someone that you're very like-minded with and all of that. We have the recycling as well, which is interesting because it's like maybe you guys are recycling an old idea, or an old idea is coming back, or you're repurposing something. Some of you could go back to an old manuscript that you had, maybe an unfinished story, and it's like you're going to pump it out again, or maybe you're bringing back an old idea. Maybe it's like an idea that's on your heart that always has been a part of your heart, but maybe it wasn't the right time, or you know what I mean. Sometimes things manifest on their own time frame. Maybe we're not ready for it, even though we think we really want it. And then it just kind of comes back years later where we're like, oh, there's that desire I have again. It's coming back. So I could see how some of you might have that as well. Especially if you've been feeling very uninterested or uninspired. Like I said, totally. We have here overthinker. I'm telling you, with the she who doubts and the overthinker, it's like something's happening to where it's like it's like you're proven that you're overthinking. Like you're gonna get that. It's almost like that blessing card I have in my deck, the little deck I made. It's like that. A fear is unfounded. It's like you're overthinking it. Don't overthink it, because actually everything's going to be just great and you're going to get the best possible outcome. I feel like the universe is really giving you a big gift, is what I'm getting. We also have Sally here from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I always think of her as a supportive person. And again, I feel like you have a supporter in your life, okay? And they will even be aggressive or stubborn for you. Even, I think that's another thing too. You may find that people are willing to fight for you a little bit, or at least one person. You've got one person that's got your back and they're like, I will go to bat for this person. And we have the treasure map, which makes me really, I think of that as a sign, is that we have even more to explore. We have even more beautiful things. We have treasure at the end of this journey. And I feel like you guys are on your way to a beautiful treasure. And it's like a big gift is coming. It's a big thing, okay? Like I'm talking like new job, best job, dream job, buy a house, like have a baby, you know what I mean? Like there's something real big coming your way, like a big gift, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, depending on what, obviously, you're at. But anyways, again, we have the tortoise slowly but surely getting ahead. And like I said, it's like, I think patience really serves you well. And sometimes your doubt, you want to pay attention to your doubt, because sometimes your doubt as well is kind of telling you to double check something. Or, and sometimes it's actually a good thing, because sometimes it's like when we're having doubt, it's actually, I have this a lot. If I'm feeling resistance to something, every once in a while, yes, it's overthinking. Definitely, like, 25% of the time. But a lot of the times it's actually because I'm not meant to do that thing, and I'm kind of putting it off like subconsciously. And then it's because something else is better. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that may also work out for some of you as well, with this gift from the universe. But anyway, I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate your time today. And I hope that this reading was insightful, it was helpful, it was healing for you. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3 with this beautiful, I love this. Isn't it cute? I always love like little fairy things. Anyway, it reminds you like a little fairy, or David the Gnome was one of my favorite cartoons when I was little. But anyways, you guys got this particular sticker. And of course, home is what I think of. So anyway, maybe there are some beautiful gifts for you coming from the universe in regards to your home life. So let's see, we have the hedgehog. Be a magnet for light, joy, and love. Or actually, it's light, love, and joy, whatever. I guess I kind of said it backwards. But yes, look at this. So one of the gifts the universe can be giving you is actually being in alignment with other people and really being able to spread joy and love to other people. So this can actually be a reminder to laugh at your troubles and take them lightly. And sometimes that means that like the universe is actually rewarding you in some way. And it's kind of like, oh gosh, this isn't exactly what I thought it was. Like I can laugh at this now, and it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. So there can be some lightness that is being bestowed upon you in regards to a certain situation. Maybe it's just having a little bit more laughter and fun in your life, to where you're feeling like maybe you've been feeling very stressed out. You might be feeling that lightness coming over you, where you're just like, oh, okay. And you also could be absorbing the keys and codes of the ascension qualities as well that he carries. And that's one of the things that the card guidebook says. But yeah, you can also open yourself up to the angels as well, who come to you and help try to connect with you as well. So there could be a lot of intuitive messages coming your way as well, and just feeling love from the universe. For some of you, it might be like you're moving into a phase where you're like, man, the world loves me for some reason. It seems like I'm magnetizing good things. It's just like people are kinder. Things are just going a bit more smoother as well. But you are really profoundly affecting people around you, and in a positive way. You help other people laugh and see their higher possibilities as well. And this is just a great energy to be in. Okay, because I think you can be very effective in how you handle others. Now look at this. Like I told you, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, so we have subconscious and we have fear, right? So what's interesting as well is that something subconscious in terms of fears could be lifting and going away. So if you've been dealing with like, you know, a period of anxiety or something, or you've been worried about something, I could totally see lightness coming your way. Like you're feeling like it's taken away or it's somehow dissipating, and it's like you're feeling more in tune with yourself, as an example, or feeling just a little bit more easier in your heart and soul. So that's wonderful too. And as well, you may find that certain fears that have been blocking you, that you weren't even aware of. A lot of times we're afraid to do something, or we're not doing something because we have a fear, and the fear is subconscious. It's not something we recognize on the surface. So, but the cool thing is that once we recognize what that subconscious fear is, we're more able to fix it. It's sort of like, I always say this, but, and I'll repeat it again, and I'm sure I'll repeat it many times in the future, but it's like when a car's broken, you can't just like, you know, you got to get in the hood and look and see what's going on. Like, and sometimes it's a lot of searching, but eventually if you find out what piece is broken, you're going to be able to fix the whole thing, you know, and get it running again. And again, a lot of times that's going to take investigation, etc. And so that's what I kind of feel is going on here. It's like there's something that you're not aware of that's been kind of causing that problem. Maybe it's that backfire, or maybe it's that whatever symptom, you know, in talking about cars. But anyway, yeah. And look at that. We have Chiron. Chiron, its healing powers, growth and release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity. So yeah, like one of the gifts the universe is giving you is actually something very spiritual for you. And I know that some of you might, and that's not to say that there aren't other things that will pop up in the reading, but I think one of the core things coming your way is that ability to lift yourself out of something painful. And again, maybe it's something that you've kind of held back. It's so weird how sometimes the littlest like experiences in our childhood can profoundly affect us and, you know, really cause long-term insecurities. And I know I've said this one before, and I'll say it again, and because maybe some of you haven't heard it, that like I had a friend, a really good friend in my teens, who made a comment about my appearance, like one about my lips in particular. And that comment, like, it was so silly. She wasn't trying to be mean. She wasn't bullying me. It was just a silly little comment. But I'm going to tell you that like comment stuck with me for years and made me really, I never had thought about it before. I'm like, my lips look like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then it's like, it became like a weird insecurity. And, but anyways, I could see you guys releasing something, you know, that maybe it's like a painful thing. Okay. We have She Who Frees. Carly is the name, and it says liberation, unrestrained, and freedom. It's like you're being broken away from something that's subconsciously been holding you back, like I said. And maybe, like I said, you're going to recognize this, but it's like, because that's gone, it's like you radiate a totally different energy. And it's profound, actually, okay? We also have here the Ten of Cups and the Hermit. So the Hermit is interesting. I feel like a lot of you could be in a period of your life where you guys are really focusing on healing yourself, doing a lot of inner work, but at the same time, it's like that inner work that you've been doing, and I feel like a lot of you have probably already been doing this, it's like you start to see the results of it, you start to see the fruits of it, you start to see good things happening, and this could be happening to your family as well. The Ten of Cups can be like affecting our whole family. So if you're like a single mom with children, as an example, or even a married mom with children, it doesn't matter, or a married dad or whoever, but it's like you might see the effects really healing the family as a whole as well, and you know, things happening in that way. But I feel like it's like another thing that I see is that you may be rejecting the things that don't bring you happiness. You're more able to detach from those things and focus on what does bring you happiness, right? Especially if you had like a subconscious fear of like having to be the fixer, as an example. It might be like, okay, I need to release that. I can't fix this. You know, I need to focus on myself. And so maybe it's that blessing of detachment from certain situations. Especially like, look at this. We have the birds and the snake. And this is like the chatter that's like restricting us. Think about it. It looks like a, you know, a snake kind of wrapping around her. And it's almost like you're free from these things. You're free from it. Like you're not... Maybe you're learning really how to tune people out, like, or know what's yours, like sorting through what information you need to focus on and what information you don't need to focus on in order. And so for some of you too, that's like maybe related to like, ADHD as an example, where it's like information overload and you don't know which thing to focus on first. Again, I don't think that's for a lot of you. I feel like for more of you, this is like a healing thing. But again, some of that stuff may come from subconscious desires to be a pleaser, to be a fixer, to, try to repair situations because that, was how you got attention when you were younger or whatever in the case may be. But again, it's like, I feel like you're pulling away from like the people that really kind of squeeze you, and it's like you're not free to like do things. And you may also be able to give some really beautiful advice to others in regards to this, okay? And that's where I feel like your gift from the universe is the ability to share these bits of information with others to help free them. It's like, think about like, there's this book like How to Stop Smoking by Alan Carr. And Alan Carr wrote that book because he figured out the key. And he wanted to help other people. And, supposedly that book has worked for a lot of people, including someone I know as well. And you know what I mean? And he was able to take that freedom that he found and how he found it and then share that with other people. So again, I'm not saying you guys will all write a book about quitting smoking or whatever, but it's like you can actually radiate energy to other people and help them. And that's the gift the universe is giving you, that ability to transmit. I feel like a lot of you too are, especially with love life, okay? And people who disappoint you, okay? Particularly, we have rabbit here. It says too much concern with sexual matters. We also have flute, disappointment of friend or lover. I feel like for some of you, it's like you're moving away from the ones who disappoint. If you've been holding on to someone for too damn long, you're going to be letting go of it. And you're going to, a lot of times too, it's like with addiction or things that we're holding on to, a lot of it's coming from pretty gnarly places inside of us that are afraid of rejection, that are afraid of losing out, as an example, or feeling not good enough, etc. But anyways, I totally feel you guys moving away from that. And actually what I'm telling you is that I think that you guys are going to make some great career strides as well, because career here, it feels like your energy is shifting towards things that can bring you progress, okay? And there might be some of you, like I said, that are going to be moving towards healthier and happier relationships. Like I could see for some of you, somebody coming in that could be quite a blessing. I will tell you that I don't think that will manifest in the next month. I think it's a little bit farther out, especially for those in that particular situation. But again, that's not going to be for everyone. It's just a few people, your message. But yeah, I feel like there's some sort of target that you're trying to meet. And it's like career is where you're going. It's like kind of focusing on those things and working through, the things of disappointment, or again, maybe needing attention or whatever in relationship. And maybe for some of you, this isn't even relevant. And, these are pick a cards. So generally the messages are broad and everyone's going to have a little bit of a different message here, but and a few may resonate with every single thing, but it's not going to obviously be that possible for everyone. But, it just feels like there's a freedom. And with disappointment, a friend or lover, it's like, sometimes we get disappointed because we have too high of expectations on a situation, and maybe we're wanting to change something, but it is what it is, and we got to lower the expectations. And sometimes that means finding something better, because you don't have to just because you're lowering your expectations doesn't mean you have to actually take it, right? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, this is beautiful, a beautiful energy, group number 3. So let's get some charms and gifts from the universe. Okay, I think you're going to have a new bone to pick with life. I think that you're getting something that you're really wanting, something you can really sink your teeth into and get going on, okay? That's what I feel here. And then we've got here, I love you to the moon and back. There can be a lot of beautiful love in your life, okay? And I feel like there's a lot of healthy growth. Even that leaf there makes you think of like fruitfulness, of spring, of summer, of life, of joy, and feeling so much better. Okay, like I said, I feel like you guys are feeling so much better in your life, and you feel like things are going right and things are moving. We have the butterfly here, which really promises of transformation. as well. So it's like you're blooming, you're blossoming, and something's going really well. Sense and Sensibility is here too, by the way, that book in particular by Jane Austen. I don't know if you guys have read it. Let me know in the comments if you have. It's a great one. I really like that one. And Mansfield Park and I think Sense and Sensibility are my two favorite from Jane Austen. But anyway, of course this is about a happy ending, and obviously for them it's like a struggle to get there for the sisters. But anyway, we have here Leo, which can talk about romance perking up, fun, enjoyment, entertainment, things just feeling a bit better. And then of course we've got Pisces as well. Oh my god, work email coming through from my day job. Okay, sorry, distracted me on my watch. Anyway, but yeah, Pisces here. Again, I feel like it's like you are... What's funny is Leo and Pisces, these are aversion signs. So they don't see each other. They don't make an aspect to each other. And so for some of you, this might be about really uncovering things that you haven't seen. It's like Pisces is like the murky water. It's like this, And it's like finally also non-restrictive, right? It's mutable. It's like I am able to sort of move through this energy, right? And come out a better, a stronger person, more confident, etc. And then we've got Minnie Mouse here. Oh, we have the gift, by the way. And the gift, I do feel like one of the blessings the universe is giving you is an actual physical gift. So there could be something physically coming your way, okay? Money or goods or something like that, something good. And then we've got Minnie Mouse, and I love Minnie Mouse. She's so cute. But again, there can be a reconnection to childhood, innocence as well. Maybe for some of you, you're going to go to Disney or something, or do something related to Disney. But anyway, that'd be great. Maybe you get to go on that Disney vacation with your family, or do something fun like that. Maybe it's Disneyland or something. But anyway, yeah, childhood is what it makes me think of, and partnership as well. Because Minnie and Mickey. But anyway, or maybe that's finding your Mickey, especially if you've had disappointment in love. It's like you're finally free of this bullshit that's been, maybe it's been like taking up your time and energy, and it's like, I'm going to move on to better things, better people, I'm going to find my Mickey in life. And rather than, whoever else it may be, that wouldn't be fitting. But anyways, that is what I'm seeing for you guys. I really hope. Oh, and then we have Embrace Your Imperfections, by the way, as well. So understanding that you are human, you'll make mistakes, and that is part of the process, and that's okay. Okay? Anyway, lots of love to you guys. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. I will see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 4, this is going to be your reading. You've got this little bunny. I think bunnies are adorable. We have a lot in our neighborhood. They're kind of crazy, though, because they always are trying to get ran over. But anyway, bunnies can be linked to fertility, though, and possibility, fruitfulness. Of course, bunnies, it's like reproducing like bunnies. So one of the things I will tell you is that the universe could be sending you a lot of fertility. Well, not necessarily that kind of fertility, but more so it's like things are multiplying in your life. Like goodness is multiplying. There are multiple things coming your way that are going to be a blessing and a gift, okay? We've got here rat. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. And we've also got the bee. So I feel like for you guys, there's a few things. The rat, of course, it says, be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. I feel like you're going to be recognized for actions of just being who you are. I feel for a lot of you, it's like authenticity is going to be rewarded. Okay, so it's like people are going to see you and you're doing something. I feel like you might be recognized for doing something that you just think is normal. But other people might be looking at you and being like, I can't believe you did that. Like, what a beautiful person you are, or what a great person you are, or what a blessing you are to others or to me. You know what I mean? And you're like, what? It was like no big deal. It's just what I would have done. It's sort of like, I remember my husband and I were just talking yesterday about a situation in which we were completely broke, right? It was when we were young. We had nothing. And I had $100 in my back pocket. And my husband had told me, don't put it in your back pocket. He would always get on me about putting money in my back pocket. And I, left it there, kind of forgot because I'm a very distracted person. And my mom and I went to the store and I was going to pay my electricity with that because I was late. It was due. And guess what? It was gone. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I was in tears. I was like, oh my gosh, like our lights are going to get turned off. Like, oh my goodness, like how horrible, etc. I at the advice of, I think it was my husband actually, he's like, call Walmart and just see if someone found that. And guess what? Someone actually picked it up and held on to it and waited for someone to call in to ask about their $100 bill. And I couldn't believe that. I was like, what a good soul, you know? And I feel like that's the type of person that you are, you know? You will do something and it's just like, well, that's normal. And I was sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, this kid, he's a broke college student. He could have totally pocketed that and thought it was his best day ever. Instead, he thought about how much that money would mean to him and how, you know, he was thinking somebody out there is probably really missing this. And that's the kind of heart I feel you guys have, like where you do something, but it's not even a question for you. You didn't even think about doing that way. You just do everything full force, or, you know, like with a good heart. And so anyways, that's just kind of the vibe I'm getting right off the bat. And of course, rats, they also arrived to help. And so there could be help coming your way as well. B can talk about teamwork. So this could be also attracting helpers and people around you in your life. And that may be one of the gifts that the universe gives you. Situations like what I had, where there was a helper who, you know, he happened to come across it. He had a good heart. And so that also could be you attracting such people that have your best interest at heart, that are thinking from their heart. But anyway, yes. So I feel here like that's one of the things. Obviously, the B, it says spread heart healing with joy. And I think you're going to have, you know, you have the gift of being able to spread joy in some way. And the other thing I was going to say, it says here, so let your actions be purposeful and allow the higher purpose to work through you and guide you. Then your life flows and the highest good will always unfold for you. The bees also guide you to remember the power and light conferred by the use of sacred geometry. Use its principles in your home and workplaces, and the angels will sing over you, bringing light and peace. So maybe for some of you, it's like the gift is like looking into that sacred geometry and learning more about it. But anyway, we also have a selfhood, introspection, and identity, and victory. So I really, like I said, I'm going to compound this message one more time, but I really do feel like you guys are going to be yourselves and someone is going to really enjoy it. And I think other people, as a team even, especially if you're in a teamwork or collaborative experience, it's like people are like, wow, this is working well because you're a great person, you know, or you're doing things right. And the victory card, it's like there's victory coming, and it's because of who you are. And the other cool thing about this is that knowing that when you are yourself, the universe rewards you. So it's like you're just doing, so even if there's a situation, it's like where you're doing something because it's like from your heart, and maybe certain people won't agree, but there will be many that will. I had a situation, I'll just share one more little story because I just want to share it for relevancy here. But I had a story where I was working at this particular, it was at a gym. It was part-time. Some of you may know about that job. And when my husband lost his job, I picked up a part-time job and at a gym. And so anyway, there was these little children that came in. Their mom just kind of like left them to tend for themselves, and they were so bored. And so I went on the computer and I like printed them out some coloring pages. Anyway, I had left the coloring page on the main desktop. My manager was like sent out a message like, who did that? Like, you can't print personal things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I was kind of like, oh, it was me. And she's like, yeah, you don't ever do that again. Like, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I told the owner of the whole gym came in, and I kind of told her about the situation. I was like, I felt so bad because, and she's like, no, you did the right thing. She's like, you did the right thing because you were just trying to make sure that the kids were happy. And she's like, I totally am not against you doing that. And she's like, don't worry about what she says at all. And you know what I mean? It's like, I did it because that's me, you know what I mean? It was just authentic. It's just like you do something, and it's like, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting for you guys. It's like where you're recognized for the authenticity that you live. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that was a good example. It's like you're just doing you. And I feel like you may be drawing a lot of people to you. Work could be going very smooth. So that could be like the universe's gift to you, is that it's like you're working well with others. You're having team victories. You're having good vibes there. Communication can actually be really good. You might be really good at expressing yourself right now as well. Okay, sometimes too. And this is one other thing I want to bring up in terms of being authentic to ourselves and just being who we are and like living our identity, is that it feels like, you know, like when someone has like a project in mind and they're trying to think, oh, well, how can I appeal to the masses? And then there's a person who's like, well, I just do what I like. and I feel like you can do what you like and be rewarded for it, I guess. So it's like, say for instance, you're thinking of a book idea, and it's like you have that one story in your heart that really, really, really seems important to tell. That's the one you want to tell, okay? Focus on being you. It's funny because when I was shuffling this group, I got that thought from, Little Women in the 94 version. Friedrich says to Joe, like, write what you know. Because she was writing all these stories that were like, chaos and mayhem and like criminal and da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? And then he kind of tells her, well, he's like, why don't you write what you know? And she gets really offended or whatever. But anyway, and then she did, and it was a success. So anyway, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting to. It's like when you're going to be authentic to yourself, that's when it really pops for you. And it's like you're going to find people swarm around you to really appreciate it. So we have she who resists, fearless, justified, and resistant. Again, being yourself. Seeing what you really feel good with as well. We have here the Eight of Swords. We've got here the Page of Cups as well. Beautiful energy. I could see how some of you might be really busting through and being authentic to yourself and just embracing fun and enjoyment. I feel like, especially for those of you that have communication like blockages, that could be really clearing up in your life as well. But I feel like you're handling things. You may also be good at like helping people through stuck situations or really releasing them from fear through talking. Okay. I also feel like something that has felt very difficult, like a block or something, it's like you're having possibility. For some of you, this could be social media. It's almost like you're doing something that's authentic. You're posting or something from authenticity, and it gets a lot of views, or it gets a lot of likes, or it gets a lot more attention. Again, work, the same thing could be as well. It's like maybe for some of you also, you're going to be giving out and doling out some really good advice, which is a gift from the universe. It's like you're channeling that information. December shows up here, and so this may be lasting throughout the end of the year, this particular phase. The other thing I was going to say too is that you may find that something's really happening good into December, sorry. I said September. Whoops. I also feel like for some of you, there could be a romantic partner coming in, or a flirtation, or a possibility here. We have dark man. So this could be dark hair or dark complexion, either or. But there could be like kind of like love coming your way. Maybe you might hear from somebody that you're very anxious to hear from, by the way, because of the Eight of Swords. And then that Page of Cups there too. Somebody could be also kind of relieving your heart and telling you information. Maybe someone's going to open up about something to you as well. I feel like for some of you, like honestly, with the marriage card in the Dark Man and the Page of Cups and everything, you may be actually meeting somebody very important. You may meet this person through social media, third house, but also through networking, friends, work, like coworkers, things like that. So keep in mind as well. And this could be like, maybe there's some progression there in December that's coming. Or let's say, this is timeless, so it depends on when you watch it, but like December for us is like, it's about 7 months out. So yeah, in the next 7 months. Anyway, the bread card here says period of prosperity and abundance. And I feel like there is prosperity and abundance. You're working as a team. It feels like, and things are popping for you. It feels like there's hope. I feel like you have like some sort of burden being lifted from you, like where you feel like you can move, especially with that third house in the ascendant. Because think about it, these houses are complementary because they have a sextile. So, when people have, like, for instance, the first house ruling the third, great teachers, great instructors, usually, great communicators, good at marketing, etc. It's funny because I was just talking about that with my auntie. Like, she was talking about her ex-husband, and she's like, he's got, that combination basically. And I was like, oh, or she has the sun in the third. Anyways, shines and like that kind of thing. He's a really good advertiser and stuff. But yeah, it's like maybe good at advertising, maybe good at speaking, writing, social media. Again, it seems like you could be seen in these regards. Again, business, coworkers, etc. Okay, so that's the gift of the universe. You're getting victory. You are also being yourself, being to be able to be an authentic person, and being appreciated for that. A lot of times that's the fear, is that no one will like what we do because it's like our thing or whatever, Okay, let's see. someone's definitely got eyes for you. I think you guys are attracting a crush, to be honest, especially with that energy of the Page of Cups. Like, I think someone's going to be opening up their heart to you. I feel like love is really possible for you guys, or progression in relationship. There's definitely admiration. We've got the bow here too. So yeah, something's blossoming here. Someone is really, really got their eye on you, okay? So that's definitely in Pride and Prejudice too. So yeah, this is like a love story, right? So yeah, we've got love all over this one in particular. So it depends on what you do with it, but yeah, we have overthinker. Don't be an overthinker. I feel like that's the thing. It's like being authentic is where your gift is, you know? It's being authentic and not overthinking something and just being truly and honestly yourself. Think of the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups has not gone through you know, all these nasty things that makes them like shy. They're actually quite open, and their heart's open. They're, sorry, innocent as well. We've also got tennis here. Some of you might be more engaged in physical activity or something like that. But again, it can talk about working well with others, or like kind of doing things in flow with other people. We have 2 keys here. So there are 2 big things actually coming for you. So the universe is gifting you 2 big things, money and love. Okay, so money and love are both the things I think that are going to be coming through for you, because we have that period of prosperity and abundance, and it's like there's a leaf turning over in your life where you feel like things are really coming for you. And we have here, the truth is out there. Ooh, interesting. Some of you might have a supernatural experience, or maybe there's a UFO experience, or maybe there's something there. Maybe you're having an epiphany of truth or something. So that's a cool little sign there too. But anyways, that is what I see for you guys. I hope that this reading was helpful for you. I wish you the very, very best, and I will see y'all in the next video, okay? Bye-bye.